Hello guys, this is Valeria F. I am a psychology major, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about if money is happiness. It's to my belief that money is happiness because of the society that we live in. So, this society is based around money, and so that is why I believe that money is what contributes to us being happy. So in order to prove my point, I had to go ahead and do a little research, and I found that in the late 1900s, there was an economic downturn which made suicide rates go up, which in turn proves my point that happiness is because of money. And in this society that we live in that revolves around money, we need money to be able to be happy. And although I firmly believe this, Diner and Seligman, I really don't know how to say their names, and I'm sorry if I butchered them, but they prove that there was other factors that also contributed to it, and Dunn, Acton, and Norton also supported them by doing a little experiment that showed us that there was randomly assigned people who experienced more happiness when they got to spend money on others that weren't themselves. So continuously, my hypothesis is that money and happiness are correlated due to the era and society that we live in. And so we see that there is other opposing viewpoints, such as it's not money that makes us happy, but money spent on someone who we care for is what makes us happy. But there's still two variables of money and happiness. So therefore, we can say that money and happiness have a relationship. So another way of me proving my hypothesis was me surveying 23 of my peers who were 60% male and 40%, it was backwards, 60% female and 40% male. And while I was surveying them, I found that most of them agreed with my hypothesis, and most of them had the same answers to each question, if not the same answers. When I asked the qualitative questions to them, I saw that most of them agree that money is a stress factor in their life, and so having money would take that stress factor out, as well as it would have money to be able to spend on their family and friends. After that, I interviewed someone personally, face to face, and they told me a little story about how their immigration status has limited them in this society to actually live this society, and money isn't really stressful for them, but it would help them maybe get their papers and immigration status fixed. But ultimately, they believe that money is not happiness because it doesn't get them any friends or find them a love for them to have. And that was interesting to me because I got the chance to kind of see an opposing viewpoint as to my peers who 100% agreed with my hypothesis. So lastly, there was my limitations. So for my limitations, I didn't have enough time to actually test my hypothesis, and so it will take several months for me to do that, and I didn't have that time to do the extensive research and all that was needed for me to be able to prove my point. Also, the people didn't represent the population, or at least the UTEP population, because it was only 5 of my peers and one person who doesn't even go to UTEP. So that was another limitation that I had. And so for future researchers, even though 1,000 seems like a lot, I feel like with the big population that we have in UTEP, it would greatly help be more accurate, as well as if they would maybe do in-person interviews, that would help interpret things better. So yeah, that was the last of my presentation. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great rest of your semester.